Hi and welcome. Thank you for joining this yoga class where we're going to focus on building our upper body strength. So all you need is your mat and then we'll meet there when you're ready. We're going to start our class today sitting at the back of our mat, sending your knees out as wide as the mat, and then walk your fingertips forward. Allow your upper body to just fall over your legs into that child's pose. Close down your eyes, let your forehead to rest on the mat, and just start to breathe. Focus on your inhale. Allow your breath to take up space in the body, maybe sending it to those lower back muscles, and just allowing the body to relax and melt down into the ground. Take a final deep inhale here, and then on your next exhale, walk your fingertips back up into your body and sit comfortably on your heels. Right, that's most comfortable, or if it's not, come back down onto your glutes and just sit cross-legged. When we will just take some slight stretches in the upper body, roll the shoulders back, have a strong straight spine, and then send your left arm over cross body to really stretch it, clasping it with the other arm. Send your gaze over that left shoulder for a further stretch into the neck. Then exhale, release, send the opposite arm across. Really use your breath here and pull the arm for an extra stretch. Checking in with your spine and your posture. That you have a nice straight spine, not holding yourself too rigid. Exhale to release that stretch and hold both your arms out in front of you, taking some circles with the wrists. 3 to 4 circles in one direction, and then 3 or 4 rotating in the other direction, creating some nice mobility in the wrists. Shake them out by your sides when you're done with your circles, and then in your own time just moving through the neck and creating some mobility and space in the neck. Inhale, send your right ear over to the right shoulder. Again, you can use your hand, just place some pressure on the head there for a further stretch. Exhale, allow your chin to fall into your chest, and then over to the left side. Left ear comes to left shoulder. Breathing in, really creating space in the neck, and then going through some half head rolls and whatever here that you feel that your body might be asking for in this moment. Bring your chin back to your chest and then gently peel yourself back up to a neutral spine. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Really lift out of your hips and then clasp your right wrist, bringing it over your left side for that right side body stretch. Really send your breath throughout the ribs. Feel that space. Come back through neutral and then send it over the other side. Inhale once more to come back through neutral, and then we're going to come off our heels if you're still sitting on your heels, sitting in a cross-legged position. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. As you lift out of the hips, drop your right hand down to the mat and sweep your left arm up and over. Curl your body forward, allow your arms to fall down and walk yourself over to the other side. Left fingertips come to the mat and inhale, really reach your right arm up and over. Be careful not to collapse in the body either side here. And then inhale, we're going to move through some seated cat-cows. So place your hands on your knees just to create some further support. As you inhale, really curve your spine, tuck your chin to your chest. And then exhale as you open your chest forward, reaching your chin to the ceiling. Lift your gaze. And then moving through your own cat-cow in your own time and rhythm, about 2 to 3 more times. On your last stretch here, bringing yourself back to that neutral position, shake it out, allow yourself to become loose, using your breath, and then just rolling yourself forward, coming into a tabletop position. So whether you want to swing your legs to the side or however you want to get there, we'll meet in an all-four position. You're going to tuck your toes underneath, pushing strong through the shoulders, really engage your core, and then lift your knees 1 inch off, hovering above the mat. Straight spine here, no tension in the neck, using your breath. And then eventually exhaling, pushing your hips high, meeting in your first downward dog. Pedaling the heels here and taking the first few moments to just give in to whatever your body's asking for and loosen out whatever areas might be tense. Inhale here, bringing both of your heels together and then allow your heels to really reach the mat. Stretch your feet away. Lift up onto your tippy toes and then ripple your upper body forward, coming into plank. We're going to move through a fluid vinyasa. So tuck your elbows into your body, lower through chaturanga. Inhale for upward dog. And then exhale, pushing yourself back to downward dog. Moving straight through into the next vinyasa. Exhale, ripple your body forward, high plank. Inhale to lower chaturanga. Pushing up through your baby cobra or upward dog, and then exhale for downward facing dog. Once more, lift onto your tippy toes to then just lower your knees back to the mat. We'll come back to our tabletop position. Engage your core here, peeling the left arm off out by your ear. Extend your right leg behind you, and then exhale, move through some bird dogs, bringing your knee to elbow, tucking in through the core, lifting through your back. And exhale, extend. Really extend when you send the arm and leg out behind you. And inhale, knee to elbow. Exhale, extend. We'll move through this one more time. And then place your arm and leg back down. Going straight to the other side. Right arm peels off in front of you. And left leg goes out behind you, really extending. And inhale, knee to elbow. Move through this 2 more times, really squeezing your core and creating space in the spine. Exhale, last time, extend your arm long, extend your leg, point through the toes, and come back to center. Push your hips back to your heels, tuck your toes, and then we'll come straight back into our downward dog. Once again, lifting up onto your tippy toes, rippling the upper body forward, and we're going to hold in plank here for a moment. So take the first few moments just to check in with that posture, just holding strong through the shoulders. If you experience a light shake in the body, that's okay, you're doing it correctly, using your breath. Really engage your core, squeeze your glutes. We're not here for too much longer. Just feeling some nice heat enter the body. And then exhale as you drop your knees out to each edge of the mat, and then push your hips back. Take a moment in child's pose. And again in child's pose, with each breath, really open up those lower back muscles and send space throughout your whole body. Releasing your right arm from child's pose and then just tucking it under your left arm, lifting up slightly if you need to come through and thread the needle, so your right shoulder blade wants to reach close to the mat, and really feel that stretch in the shoulders. Come back through neutral and then swap over. Peel your left arm underneath your right, really reach it out to the other side. Create space with the breath through the shoulder blades, giving a really nice stretch. This stretch is going to get us ready for some pike push-ups. So inhale to release your left arm, come back up to your tabletop position, tuck your toes and send your hips high for a downward dog. When you reach downward dog, walk your feet in just a small 2 or 3 steps, bringing yourself into a smaller, more narrow downward dog. And then on your inhale, lower your elbows as close to the mat as you can. Exhale to push up. Repeat this 2 more times. It's quite a burner for the shoulders. It's really good for building that strength. Last one here, drop the elbows down on an inhale and exhale, pushing back up. Finding yourself in downward dog, lifting high up onto your tippy toes and rippling your body forward. Dropping your knees, chest and chin down to the mat, slowly pushing up for your baby cobra. And then exhale, bring your chest to the mat, and we're going to stay here facing down. Releasing your arms out by your ears, slightly off your mat. Bringing your feet together, really engaging your glutes and your legs. And then on an inhale, sweep your arms up, lifting your chest. Exhale, bend into your elbows, cactus the arms. Inhale to straighten, and then exhale, release back down. Repeat this, lifting up, lifting the chest 1 inch higher if you can every time you come up. Exhale to bend into the elbows. Inhale, extend. And then when they're extended, send your arms long behind you and just pulse your palms up and up and up. Lift higher out of the chest if you can, really engaging your back. Before exhaling, plant your palms back down by your shoulders and push up to that plank. Really use your core. Exhale to downward facing dog. From downward forward dog. Slightly bend into your knees and then release your hands back, walking them back to your feet, finding yourself in a forward fold at the back of your mat. Grasp your elbows and just swing side to side. We're going to come off our arms for a moment just to give them a break. Exhale to release your elbows, and then inhale, peel up, coming to standing, running up vertebrae by vertebrae. We'll meet standing at the top of our mat. Inhale to sweep the arms down to come up, and exhale, forward fold, where we'll make our way back out to our plank position, walking your hands back down your mat. And then inhale, step your right foot up to the top of your mat in between your hands. Plant your left hand, sweep your right fingertips up to the ceiling, and breathe through a nice spinal twist. Keeping your left hand firmly planted, you're going to lift your right leg off and step it back to stack it on top of your left, and peel your body open to the side for a side plank. Taking a note in side plank that your hips are really lifted, and then if you want to go for a further challenge, you can lift up that top leg and extend the right arm over by your ear. Exhale, release everything back down, pivot the back feet back into your plank, and then we're going to go straight into the second side. So release that left leg up into low lunge, plant the right arm, peel the left fingertips up, really allow a nice twist into your spine, pivoting on the back foot, and then releasing the left leg back to stack it on top of the right, lifting those hips up. And if you did that challenge further on the other side, lifting up your top leg, you can go and repeat it on this side too. Finding that strong point of focus in front of you to help with that balance. Using your breath. Inhale, bringing your foot back down, and exhale, rotate your body back to plank, and lowering through your chaturanga slowly with control. Come all the way down to your mat, and then use your hands to push up to a baby cobra. Exhaling, bringing your hips all the way back to your heels, and taking a nice break in a child's pose. Moving through the final series of our flow, bring your awareness back to the breath. Then inhale to push yourself back up onto your knees and kick your hips high to the sky into that downward dog. Inhale to reach your right leg all the way to the ceiling, three-legged dog. Then bend into that knee, sweep your knee all the way up into the chest, and straight away step your foot up in between your hands. Find a moment in runner's lunge before kicking off the back foot and meeting in our forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead, reach out of the hips as you lean slightly back for a back bend, and then exhale, forward fold. I'm going to move through some sun salutations here, so bring your fingertips to your shins, raise it halfway for a flat back, and then plant the hands back, step your left foot back, followed by your right, and then lower your knees, chest and chin with control, all the way to the mat, moving through your baby cobra, and taking yourself through a vinyasa, lower chest to the mat, tuck the toes, and pushing back up through your plank and high for downward dog. Ground into the right foot and kick your left foot up to the sky for that three-legged dog. Really open the hip and then bend into that knee. Use your core to sweep the knee up, step the foot in between the hands, and then kick the right foot all the way up to the top to meet it, meeting in your forward fold, giving a generous bend in the knees. Inhale, sweep the arms up on overhead, bringing yourself to standing, reaching for that back bend, and then repeating back down, forward fold. Plant the palms, step the right foot back, and then step the left foot back, holding here in your plank for a moment, checking in with that posture, creating that straight line before inhaling and coming down onto your elbows for a forearm plank. Really engaging everything, engaging the glutes, using that core, allow your body to shake and use your breath. And then as you exhale, push back up onto your hands, straighten through the arms for a high plank. I'm going to do this one more time, lower back onto your elbows, focus on your breath, and then last time pushing back up onto those hands, and exhale, push the hips high for downward dog. Walk the heels here, loosen out the body, take the pressure off the shoulders, aim to get the chest all the way to the thighs. Sending a nice deep, big inhale all the way through the body. And exhale, reach high up onto your tippy toes, ripple your body forward to high plank, lower through your chaturanga, and pushing up to upward dog, moving through a fluid vinyasa one more time. Push up to your downward dog. High up onto those tippy toes, ripple the body forward, strong through the arms, lower with control, and then pushing up for your last chaturanga before meeting in downward facing dog. Sending our left leg back to the ceiling for three-legged dog. We're going to come into our wild thing from here. So bend into that left knee, peel it all the way back over the right side. Once it hits the ground, with control, reach that arm up and overhead and open through the chest. Really create space in the body here before peeling everything back with control, lifting that left leg up and over, taking a moment in your plank before sending your hips high, readjusting in downward dog to change over to the other side. So inhale, reach your right leg up, bend into that knee, and then with control, if you can, step that right foot up and over, peeling off the right arm and reaching forward over the head. Open up your chest, send your energy to the sky, focus on that balance, strong through the supporting arm, and then slowly with control peel yourself back and over, coming into your plank before lowering all the way to your mat, where you will be glad to come off those arms, push your hips back to your heels for a child's pose. Well deserved here. Just take a moment to focus on your breath, bringing it back to its natural rhythm and allowing the body to melt into the mat. Inhale, walk yourself back up onto a seated position, tall spine, whether it's comfortable to sit on your heels or cross-legged. We'll meet and we'll inhale to sweep our arms up and overhead, and then relax them back down by your sides. Give your arms a nice big shake out, a nice big deserved shake, and then we'll bring our hands together in prayer in front of the heart center and just take a moment of gratitude for yourself and thank yourself for showing up. Thank you.